So I'm very glad to see you all here together tonight. I'm glad to see all of us here together because we all are. There's one thing we all have there's a share common among all of us is that we all wish to train our mind in a positive way of thinking, positive mental attitudes. So there's a common. We have a shared common goal. That's why we are here together.
Right. The passing on the says was God. Say Yapuzong. Says Zumbajana, a wrong dish. Shin Jumboyan, the passing that what you don't tell you.
So there's no questions that every one of us would have some idea that we if we cultivate within us a kind of a positive state of mind, positive mental attitude, like a kind and a good-hearted mental attitude. Then we understand, we know that this will really bring peace and happiness in our life.
The day that other says Boston says Boston, Koya Jitoni, you that your children. They are agitated, they tell you now. Mamma say agitated, come upon Troya. Take attempt them, machine there. Mamma say agitated, says Zumbodo, say Yabo, co compared to my mamma says, she has no way. He paid them. Is that Chorozoa? Thank you, says your boy, and not running a boy, I don't go. Says your boy, says Zumbos and Yunga. Say Machi Bade, say Maria Channing Udua, say Mara Channing Udua, say my. Don't other Montana, thank you, then other getting in it, says Zumbo, says your boy. Don't other Judashi, the mania was that catch him with Nisa, so the 8th on the tongue under. Result near Gipatini read.
So we can also clearly recognize that that's really the true peace, that happiness that we seek in life is really depends on the on having a positive mental attitude within ourselves, and so I would always consider this practice that we do to practice, or the training that we do to cultivate and to develop this positive mental attitude, and also really making any effort in trying to sustain this positive mental attitude and trying to prevent it from declining if we have already possesses. This is something I always consider as something very very important thing for one's life, and in fact to also see that to whether how well you doing, how much you make progress in your life, whether you're doing well or not in your life is good. I consider this is something that measure myself whether to on the level of this or how well you do in this developing in this training oneself in cultivating this positive mental attitude. So therefore, there's, as said before, so there's no, as said, there's since this all the true happiness and the peace that we seek in life is really depends, is impending on this contingent upon this positive mental attitudes. So therefore we have to understand the important and also the value of now putting some effort in training our mind in this regard.
That's something going on so good. The arching is in Comania Basation, I don't much no chill take Matel Diago, Matel Diago, Matel Shibogo, Matel Shibogo. Matel Diaz, Matel Shibos, Diaz, and lead the other said any man, Rosaka, Madua. Understand to said then, not there, lead then, not there was a matter, so tell you. When a song to water. Leader said there, must say up in Udia. Mother said, Mother had ginger, Mother was said that Lisa, there are many of us, that Mother had just said it, that and this is called we are that you tell saw something, Tona Yapoya, Jang younger. Says Umbola, Judah shaving, Chendetella, she Jang and Matiga, no sanctity the other, Lama Tsong Khapa, New Temple, Yarding in Lima. No second says Umbo, say Apoco, Lojo Mena, she Jang at Digger, then Andoba says sugar bad. Kind the bad long and the you said to the chin, doing what the near garden. I do you want the water, and I don't make them to the water. The day you are the kind she say, Yemen, just Cheme Yemen. Son to you, Apo man, she say, yeah, to the magic, and say, you would do. Shiboy, Shuma, and say, you would do on the mountain, and say, you would do on. Nancy Apo on the million water. Nancy Maria, the million water. Me, Nancy Motive, Pagre. Mira, may dad make till Pagre. May do not make till Pagre. May dad Passadala sent little sending by the Munduan. Tendetona, Tang others said, Tadang she had sell Judah Tinijan, I put other thing in his own day, that's that what is it. Saying in the Angitan
So we have to raise these questions about the what is that happiness that we seek in our life, and also as the as far as the whether we wanting happiness and joy in the life, there is no conscience. If we ask to anyone, do you want happiness? Do you want joy and pleasure in your life? And definitely the answer will be yes. And then then we if we investigate really what are the conditions or the factor which enable us to say we are happy or we are not happy, and then we will find that the two very most important factor is something related to our health, like either the physical health or the mental mental health. Really, there is no doubt about that. How it is when a person enjoy a good health, whether it's a physical or mental, then the person is able to say that I feel. You say that I feel happy, and you find the person feel that there is some purpose, there's some meaning to his or her life, and so all these may sounds very simple truth, but this is something that as, I consider as something very important issues. That the issue is to do with the when we talk about our life, the purpose of the life, and then I consider the finding this happiness and satisfaction, is the most important thing, and then when we look at that, the causes for bringing about this or enhancing more happiness in our life, and then when we think about this, of course there are so many other causes, but then how we look into as a life in general, then we will notice that regardless of whether the individual is very well educated, or they are not so well educated, or they're rich or poor. So overall in their life, everybody go through a different ups and downs in their life. Sometimes things goes well, but other times they doesn't go well. They face certain like adverse situations, and so this is where when a person face certain like adverse situations. So this is where then when we look into it, what is the most important things that then factor where the person can really face that the situations very without letting the situation to bring too much suffering and the misery in one's life. Then we will notice that the person's their mental attitudes plays a very important role in there, and these are from my own experience in life, that it makes difference no matter what how adverse the situation is. But if I'm mentally able to, there's a way that we can, if we train our mind, then we are able to maintain some sort of a positive mental attitude within us, and even possible to transform that whole this adverse situation into something positives, and we learn from that, and so therefore as just early on we were saying that how the in everyone's life, so there we face the certain misery, certain sufferings, and then when we look in that again, as an individual person, as a human being, so this feeling of the suffering or the happiness, so it is something what we experience is something it comes upon ourselves, and then if we look where it comes on, it affects either our mind or the bodies, and this is where and that is why it becomes one's own mental and physical health. So therefore it's become very important for one's life.
That tells the long Marilla, so send the Trune Gajikaria, and this are a watching Gundua. Unity, then on the Shiraki Jena, so Shira Pedi only Sono Chitona, then the Tandachiati, Son Hongre. Sono Matona, then Hongomari, Sosonachi, La Renchi. Tendesi mother, Sono Jiton, mother, Shira, somebody, Shira pages, Sono Kale, Jan Chachi, tending Mudua. Is that telling on the son so you catch him with it? Tandachia, no jere, mother, says Zombala, Judache, says Zombala, Judache, Carrier, Judache, so then gommed. ga gong lo ju zo ren se da chun chun ro ko ma xin yu chun ro de ma xin ni de ma le le ji le yu de wa de ge zo ni se de xiu ji pe su sen chu de ma xie ge se ye no men de xie xie de no ma xiu ya bu ji bi lo wa se le le se la xie de no ba ya ba de zo le 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 xiu ji yu ge ya lin juji manchu bala shiva pete lin juji manchu lin chanya ba lin dewa teni yungu yari da tenga da song do yabun duwa lide sede jeji dong gog toni nga do song teni chi song na yabu jara yari
So in fact, really, it takes us to, in order to really to recognize, this purpose of life as we have I've just mentioned earlier, discussed before. To recognize that, then it really takes us to to utilize, thoroughly utilize our own intellect and reasoning. Intellectual knowledge and the reasoning mind, so to really to see what is the purpose, what is the most important for oneself. Then through reasoning, utilizing the reasoning mind, then we can eventually understand how important is what we just discussed before, and so therefore that is why so it's important for one to engage in like what we normally call as the training in cultivating like a positive mental attitude, and so in fact we speaking when we talk about the meditation practice, so it is all about to learning about this. To these or the learning or the instructions related to training our mind, and so to recognize, if we think about the benefit of meditation practice is simply that it is one of the most effective tool in terms of really calming down all these very agitated and very disturbed state of mind within us, and then to we can also see how the relation, how if our mind is very, if our mind is not is calmed and completely calmed and enjoying a peace and the relaxations, then how this can also then brings better health. It also contribute for one to enjoy even better health, because this such a peaceful and a relaxed state of mind so has the effect of really of calming or balancing all the like the four elements in one's within one's body, and so when it is when we talk about the body, the good health of the body or the physical happiness, then it is to really much depends on this the balance and or there's no disturbance in the or the four elements which our body is constituted of.
Jang Chub Lam Rim Jang Chub Lam Rim. Jang Chub Lam Rim says, call it out to that generation. Jang Chub says, Toja the parts. Lam Rim says, De Ta Lola didn't do. They Buddha said, Buddha said, the Buddha Jang Chub said, pay lots on it. Just what do you say? Then the one in Jang Chub Sang Jis. Fueran payment Dama Nisa, payment Damajiva, Shanju de Mayoma, Nisa, payment Damajiva. Welcome, she said, she said, Michael, welcome, said, that's it, Shanju, that's it, like one. And there's a fellow, Shang Chu, Shang said, Carson, she and man, I must have thought about one, Shum. She said, she thought you could Chubasang. That's all. I can get them at the Omar. Sean said, Gaza, chicken on what can you going to tell it? More you cannot tell it. Then Trump said, you don't get it, tell and they've chicken tell the then you do put on you there, then you tell that tell you a debut. You got that, I should not think. That's on the knees on I happen to ask Sean choose and Sean said, Lums and tell the Lord, then that reminds the Lagare, that's you. Tamani or reminded Sean Lum Rimsey, the top one, reminded Lagare. The son of Gale. Let the bonus in it. She not as it. Yet not a gin, shows you in touch, shows you in we are. You thought, tell you some to that, don't tell the tale, and yes, and shows you low rooms and you are characters, then what she might chase test about it. Shows you lower lodges here, shows you lower cell cards, says you might ring my one. Yank hair coral and no matter, yank and no matter. For us, that shows you lords and five you. There's no pleasure for you lords saying that they judge that they want to show you lords and the show Lord Christian in the car. Show you Lord, and that's on that to that they have for the Tendida and the Sarate in Abanda. Sean said that she has agent to the social that social entire passion you are. Sean said, she entire by yard, cause a by don't you are. True said, I know, Mashibi, Cham moving on the younger there, Kale, Chena, that's a could have a younger head, Tativishia, younger than nothing. There you are, Shabala, Lola, reminds the alarm. True, Yamada, and to do your matter, true do your matter, but let them warn you, remind you, and do something. She take that, so you got it, you are the thing, you know, mother. No, so they in my own, Maria Calais, that to do that, yet you more, that's on that over there.
So as to the topic of training our mind, so in these years, so we will study on these the stages of the path to enlightenment, on the topic of that. So which the stages of the path to enlightenment, so which in Tibetan, so there's this Jang Chub Lam Rim. So there is 4 syllables. You will see, Jang Chub Lam Rim. So the Jang Chub, which is usually rendered in English as like enlightenment state of enlightenment or awakened state. So now but the way these early Tibetan translators so have found this word Jang Chub to Now, to translate the word, the term, Buddha in Sanskrit, and the way it was done, the word used, Jang Chub, was done so brilliantly. It has actually even give added meanings to the actual meaning. What was the meaning of the awakened means? So here, this Jang Chub, so Jang, so which has the awakens, and whereas the Chub is more to do with the realized, and then the Lam Rims, Lam and Rim. So Lam means like a path, Rim means like the stages. So the stages of the path. So together, so the first two words like a Jang Chub, which kind of connotes the result which to be achieved, to be accomplished. And then the Lam Rim, Lam is like the path, how the means to achieve that, to reach to that result, which is the path and the stages of the path. So it's very important that as we've been studying this topic on this Jang Chub Lam Rim, and so at least it is not right if even from my side or from the list from those who are studying this, if you don't understand this meaning, what's it this for Jang Chub Lam Rim, Jang Chub Lam Rim, all this individual, all this really means. Otherwise, usually when we think of this Jang Chub Lam Rim, we think of this text, so if something that we can hold. So, but however, if you think of the meaning, so Jang Chub, so as I said, Jang has the awakens, so which in terms of there are three, the bodies of a Buddha can the Jang can indicate the nature body or the Subhavakaya, and whereas the Chub, which is the Dhammakayas. Or we can also these two Jang and Chub also indicates the Buddha's qualities of abandonments. That's the abandonment in the sense of having relinquished all the faults, and then Chub in the sense it also then indicates the Buddha's qualities of the realizations or inner realizations, and so these two shows these two words shows as a Buddha, as a fully awakened being, is someone who is awakened or free from all the faults, not just one fault, but free of all the faults, and the Chub in the sense of one who have gained all the realizations. So therefore, this Jang Chub as a word, then is something as a state of the being. So it's something one who can be possessed only by someone who have achieved the omniscient state of mind, all-knowing state of mind. So and then when we think of this, the next two words, Lam Rim, which is the stages of the path, as I said, is a means to achieve that the fully awakened state of the Buddha, and then that when again there is a lot of we can this simply just that thinking of that word, stages of the path has a lot of the implications, a lot of meanings, carries a lot of meanings. That in a sense, like how if you think of the historical Lord Buddha as someone who awakened being who have reached to the complete enlightenment, then these two words show that the Buddha didn't reach there all of a sudden, but rather he was following, making progress along the path, step by step, in a systematic, in a right order, to arrive at the state of the Buddhahood. So, so therefore, the it's the from this word, the stages of the path. So we have to understand, as here, this is the stages of the path which we which is a means which we follow in order to reach to that the fully awakened state. So therefore, we have to we have to in order to get that. So we have to overcome or eliminate all the faults and possess ourselves with all the excellences of a Buddha, and so therefore now, and in order to for example, in order to eliminate all the faults, then we have to, as he said, we have to follow these stages of the path. So that the implication is that first we go to work on even to eliminate one single like a fault, and to we have to be diligent even to acquire one such qualities. So so in this way there's a lot of these just simply if we think on this the literal meaning of these two this word Jang Chub Lam Rim, so we can get a whole pictures.
Novin Tom Maima Del Son to us, Tom Maima said, Son to such the Chama said Roger Hugh Amares, said the Chamani Kakan Roger Ares, Son Tedu. Said the Dene, all a Chamani Kakan, as I said, called Chamani Kakan Roger, she sent me, Shuma the over. Yet Jenny, then Chuba the younger Ares. She said by the young. Yet, she got a lot of GB, yet the lesson that took ten coach by level, that tended to suggest her, shouldn't you say, tennis, what is? The child better Jenna, younger as what? Then young and son to that dead and the one. Control in your boy, Shambana J. Gone, Christian drawing, I stand to the one. Shomba Chen drawing, I said to the regular. Lol Lan shared my Saji about it. Yet the Gigi about another motel in Chagundua. Then Tagayada, Shon don't choose, said, Shon should tell mother, Toja Jesu, Drisha Jesu, Kotobi Rawache, Lolan Beto Shena, you want to. Then another run and tell you that the son didn't do the upper, didn't wrong in the son teto. Say to Mamma, to Mamma, should be Jensen there. The ring I don't kill Sana, Sonia Kundon John. Kundon the said Roger much of it, Cocan, dances then. You know, Mulkunda Sada in Desha is general London. Son teto, son to son that, and is that he told the son test Choratona Yapuya, Shonchu, Gary said, Time better check I don't know. Shonchu lodges over, Shonchu, Dijago, Toja Jenny, that is the Lord Yang. You know, that toys the Lord Yang is done, that's so all at there, Rantage is dead, you know, Yapuya, the son tono. Shonse Carzeres, and she had told you said as a Shonse and this. Then so she had the Sergio of the Mundi, Nemo, Sergio of the Mundi Chitena, said Roger Manetti, you think of Hagando, Nancy, Mundua. Yet as Jona, Jin draw the Rochin Town, and Jenna, Shonchu said, Toy Rana, Yana, Jasachin, Lol Malaba. So the Lana, Toy Rana, Jasachin.
So from this this term as this Jang Chub and the Lam Rims, so which the Jang Chub which implied our the goal of our spiritual path, so which is the fully awakened state of a Buddha, and then the Lam Rim, which is the stages of the path. So which indicates how to achieve, how to reach to that goal. So, so thinking from this, the meaning of these words. So we should we should have should get some sort of a really good introductions to the what is our our the practice of studying these Lam Rim and undertaking this studying and meditation is all about. So it is all about. So is this where our goal is the fully awakened Jang Chub, which is the awakened state, and so then we have to ask, of course, given the meaning of Jang as something the awakened or of being purified or free from all the fault, and then the Chub in the sense of gaining the all the realization, all the excellences of a Buddha, and then of course this question will arise in our mind, or should arise. That is it possible for us to really to completely purified or getting rid of all this fault and to achieve all the excellent qualities of the Buddha, and then we will it is possible, and then as it is said, we find in the scriptures, in the Buddhist texts, that there's a quote which is saying that the negativities or the stains, mental stains in of the mind, or the afflictions, so are not have not polluted in the nature of the mind. So this quotation saying that if some because these are the stains or these faults are not in the nature of the mind, so means to that they can be these faults can be separated from the mind, and also, so this, when we think of that, so it should give you some sort of hope. At least there is a whether the question of whether we really seriously put this all in the training, teaching into practice or not, that's different. But at least it gives us some sort of hope that we can at least understand that it is possible for one to overcome the fault, and if we put in effort, and so this we can also take into account of how in our normal experience, how when if such when we can also recognize that this such any negative state of mind or any like a destructive emotions that we sometimes we generate in our mind, such as like anger, then we know that it won't. Suppose if we generate such this anger today, so but however in the next day, it will be gone. So that also in our own experience, this experience of this such the negative state of mind also gives some sort of indication that that it is not nature in our mind, because it's not always there. It comes and goes, and so in this way, when we also give a thought on the now in terms of enhancing or developing the positive qualities, in terms of gaining realizations. So again, such as if how it is possible if we put an effort in cultivating like a loving kindness and so forth, then somehow through our effort we can produce that in our mind, and so that is also indication that shows that it is possible to generate, to cultivate these. So in a sense that these teachings, that how all these stain stains are not in the nature of mind, and they can be completely separated from the mind, and that the fact that it is saying that how there is a everybody has this potential to achieve this full awakened state of a Buddha. So this is something really very unique teaching that you will find in Buddhism.
She says, I did, she says, by saying, said the tattoo the train would have. The reason was yet she had man, yet compare no yard. Mother didn't share my chicken said, and how much house on the sun tetona, is it there? A thousand tetona upon the other. Benna, Tandashia, no jet. Control take a social never I control say also the quarter to was and Madabachi, Kenyan Botany, Zaba Gossan, Shoma Gossan, then there's a go cover the law changes and running, then control couldn't do the Matata, college, then one net about in that's what they go. And the other Taba going on the Yadana, Kunong underly. Did not back on the Niji Cheng Mari. Ran Yamosef got dun roima, called Yambodana, got Nation Rider. There's the young other Gene, Tatating, Gojas, and Kangalo, caught the niche and Yapuzel and the audience. Kuroichi, Sozoichi, never she take a Jena. Control maybe Yechila, pass on to a dead then, Kale, then control choo, no. God, there are some Toshina Yapwa. Then Deshana never see them. So the Maduba goes out. Yamorella, Corol, Yamor, Teshiba, Tinichena, Karikatu, the Pentosera, younger, Goja, the Negatini, Shina, Chara, Yabu, Shera, house from that.
So the as we all trying to follow the Dharma practice, so it's important. So it's very important that we understand the key, the main purpose of practicing dharmas. So why we are practicing Dharma and what we're trying to achieve through Dharma practice. So and so the really the purpose that we should always remember, and also whenever we apply or engage in Dharma practice, then we should we should always ensure that our practice is directed towards this such the purpose of overcoming this what we call as the fault, our fault, whether it's the negativities, and so from this point perspective, so we have to see always recognize the Dharma, or practice of Dharma as a counterforce, as a remedy to overcoming this fault within us. And so then if we do that, if we applied the Dharma practice in this way, then we can really see some progress. We can gain some benefit in terms of reducing fault within us, but increasing more qualities, like excellent qualities within us. So otherwise, it doesn't matter, how long we keep following the Dharma, and we say to ourselves we're following Dharma, but if we really don't applied the Dharma properly to counteract, to remedy our fault, then we won't gain any benefits. So for example, we are talking about how sometimes our weakness or our downfall can be the anger, getting anger very easily, very quickly, and then not only that, we also recognize that how much that the anger brings damage to one's life, and so therefore now if we simply always think that whenever the anger arises, or when we take our mind and our emotions, we always think that this is something that it is almost like always happens, and there's nothing I can do about it. And if you live like that, then you never be able to counteract this in this instant, this fault for anger, and so it would in another word, then you are simply letting this anger to always spoil your time, your experience, and so being always letting it always accompanying you. And so however, whereas if we say to ourselves that the practice, engaging the practice of patience, for example, is a remedy, as to counteract the anger, and then we make an effort, make a consistent effort over 1 or 2 years, and then eventually we will recognize that how through our this practice of the patience that we are able to reduce this anger. So likewise, we know, we can understand, we can learn about there's a various remedy to all different types of the negative states of mind, like for example to overcoming the desire. So there's a meditation on reflecting on the negative or the ugliness, ugly side of their objects, downfall of their objects, and so in this way, it's very important to first of all to recognize that what is it, why you are we are following the Dhamma practice, and then as well as at the same time trying to apply it to recognizing that the purpose is to counteract one's negativities within or faults within oneself, and to gain realization. So accordingly, so we trying to ensure that whenever we practice dharmas to direct the practice towards that.
Go yabo jang kunro kanga da nga do yungum da ti go ja kunro kanga cha da de ji go yabo ja de son ngena to go ja de so se kanga se to da yabo shi go kunro nga do kanga che nga do kunro kanga che ga ya kunro kanga che na kanga che ga nya de la yi ko nyebo de jen de nyebo de ji shira da yin go ro kunro yabu mudu so gore kunro yabu me a so gore ne kunro de shin na de lu dong ya so lo song do de ni da kunro la kunro yabu me a je so ko de shin na ko shu na de ma shu dong ni ba ni ne de song de de da ko ni ne che ni ni ko ni bo de ne ko o la ni chun ra de de kunro yabu mudu a je so re le Say not in anything. Couldn't buy that John, okay? Then nobody do. Yeah, you want son of Yabuto. You know, go jazz, that kind of things, and other songs on the Tashi Movichana, then other energy said she didn't want to net on other younger one. Mama Samba Shiba Mele, Gala Samba Shell Shendra, then Tembo you then get so Goja, condition between him with that. There's it, get you will do some death or tag, and that got the gentleman.
So in essentially, so the if we are if we are get used to our to doing very well in our meditation practice, then we will we will be very much like we'll be very well equipped ourselves to to handlings various troubles or the problem that that is caused by our own our own mind, our own way of thinking, these mental attitudes. So so this means that if the more we do better able to do the meditation well, then the less then this all the negative state of mind can inflict harm upon us, such as for example the anger can cause us less harms and less trouble to us. So so in a sense, like we have to recognize meditation as a counter force to overcoming all this the mental afflictions or the negative states of mind within which arise within us. And so we in a process like in learning about meditation practice, even if we say through this learning, if we recognize that the anger as a state of mind is something very destructive, and if we say to the anger, it is very destructive. So even we able to recognize that's like the the anger will become even weaker, make it weak and make it feel weak, and also it will almost like you get scared of you, when you recognize, when you say that the anger is very destructive. So so in this way, there's the meditation has a great potentials for us to be able to bring about this peace and happiness in our mind, and as well as to not only bringing about that generating it, but also it helps us to how to sustaining that peace and happiness in our mind in steadily. Lam Rim Ding Ro. Lam Rim Ding Ro. No. Can I have an English version, please? Thank you. No, sir. Sumbala Nisa, Ranki, Gexels. Sumbala Nisa, Gexels, Gomzunga, so said Puid.
Cards?
Sumbala Nisa, Gexevada. Gomzunga. No,
Gomirama in India, Kesa in India. Titani, Kesa, Gomirama, Suma Gomirama in India. Kesa, my chit, Didn't matter, no. Therefore, it's such a very.
Tigan Diro again, she was a shung at the Shung in John or some said. No.
That was a ticket.
No.
There are what I want. This was in a say.
Did we get sure?
Gombe Rambala.
No.
Somebody Gombe Rambala, you way. Gombe Rambala, either
I like consumers, the wallet. Ni watch it. No, mother. See, mother. Adel thought it yet. I couldn't come. Adel gets the Tangis. Come next. Gets on my Tangis. Timorocan, she will let you, John or some said.
You lie, Gombe Rambala, certainly. Gombe Rambala in India.
And the dig and a sumbal niece and gigs about the Gomzung so says. Did one? Gombe must do all your Tambonis or Dashin Cetera.
And somebody Gombe Rambala in India. Kesa, though, God sent me sauce. Number Kesa, needed. And get the man according to the message. It is it, huh? The Saja then
do get gigs about the Gomzu said they do.
Then this Saja happened in the Lord Chamber and tell Saji Cherayamare. Somebody Gombe Rambala is a conduct, Gombe Rambala is. Kesa, Gonsing is the corridor. That Kesa and definitely such a Princess Chile.
So I think somewhere when training in the mind, there are two obstacles. Like cells. Did they do? Sumbala Nis and Agnes, some say
yes.
No, Sumbala Nidu, like Gexa, what the Gomzungus they do.
Because in his terror, I guess I in the way. There was the chair. Lom written in Yamade. Check Saja. It's Judge when they are Lord, they'll check Saja Dodger. Yamad Saja and Manu. So I think Gombe Ravan in the Kesa, Gotsek years, I think called the Ratek.
Did do not. So, Krishna is continuing teaching on this Middling Lam Rim. Middling stage. Where we left last time when was years ago, was on the exchanging self with others. So there's a no.
Yes,
no, they tapped it. Yeah. So when
already.
The temptation. No. So when training in the mind, so there are two. No.
Look at both then. Don't matter.
The tap the rail, Injitol, Lam drink. No. So when training in the mind, so there are two obstacles. Yeah, there's.
Yeah, you don't Lord Chamber. The Shana Academy, the Congo Lord Chamber, Congo, the 10. Then you are Lord Chamber, Shana Academy, Sana Academy, you can't get so much level. Lord Chamber side.
So it's the as far as the content or this the summary, tables of the section goes accords with it.
That's real why I talk it then. That Gombe Rambala in the wa, Samba Gombe Rani, Kesa, Gonsing Nis, Tenement, they're not takers.
No. So when training in the mind, so there are two obstacles. So the Geshe Doga. Is that removing the obstacle? I think it's a one removing the obstacle. As far as the section goes, this bit maybe the next page. Removing the obstacle and the actual way to meditate. I think that's
Lord
Lord So here you are the stages of meditation on how to exchange oneself and other, and then it goes which has a two. No. No. That is the Sumbalani says this way. Gekseva the Gumzungus this. No. So removing obstacle and the actual way to meditate. So make sure it's on. This is iPad 135 page.
We got the root text to the Middle Lam Rim,
Yeah.
and it's been emailed to everybody.
Yeah.
Some people have printed it, but most people haven't printed it.
Lam Rim ding the computer 여러 개. The 가서 log depth. This 정말 땅 인사 망쳐. Lam Rim ding 그런 게 다스 돼. 차고지.
Lord Chambo Kizin.
Wow.
Never true. That's a Lord Chambo bring Lord Chambo.
So all the headings, sub-headings also accords with the great exposition as well.
And there are causes in the internet and fashion.
No.
Then computer go.
No.
Internet start to their cash.
No.
It was normally wrong. Then you must have a lot letters. Then you don't know Yamari.
No.
Isn't there 10 years ago, and you get 10 years ago, lot like Yamari?
No.
Mogish around it. In there, come round.
No. Cause there was put to dash.
Huh?
There's none of Yongegi Samaki.
In life, a lot.
No.
Isn't that the what 10 years ago, lot and royal marriage?
No.
Then you must have a lot and royal.
Yeah. So, Kishla said, not sure whether this text has been distributed to the right recipients, people who are really interested in learning, but,
All the study group then.
Yeah. Could do a things.
Computer?
Yeah, concerned on whether everyone has a computer, access to computer or not, and all the internet and all that.
No.
We can print it in the office before next week.
Yeah. No. So you all have found, if those who have the electronic copies. So where we up to is this the removing obstacle and the actual way to meditate. That's the heading. No, it's the middling. Yeah, middling stages. I've got 134. Huh? 135, is it? Yeah, same. Yeah, the stages of meditation on how to exchange oneself with other, and then there has a two. Yep.
Yeah,
So previously, Geshe taught this the middling stage for the Monday or for the Wednesday night, and but it was he discontinues the teaching on the Wednesday, so he thought he will continue the same teaching for the study group night. No. So please, if you have a copy, just read over the text, and it'll be quite quite amazing how the way it is written is in a very plain language and but very. And like even especially like in the topics relating to cultivating like calm abiding and special insight there, the text explains very clearly, but and very complete as well.
Yeah,
you will find a clear explanations of how, like with the calm abiding special insight, to how what you do in the meditation practice, and the things if you identified the various what kind of obstacles you face and how to overcoming that obstacle, and so it would be really great, very helpful if you read this Lam Rim text.
Right. They are followed the there is also the she they don't have to say those that come and there is then she says on to see.
So if you study this Lam Rim text well, and then when you can sit in the meditation posture, so and then your sitting is not just a kind of like a physically, you're just sitting in sitting there, but you exactly know what you should do in your mind, what happened in mentally, you exactly know what to do. So tonight maybe we will skip the meditation. Yeah, so we will go over this text slowly, and just read read out the text at the same time, and then perhaps we'll go a little bit more detail in the sections on the calm abiding. So could some people could bring the tea now? Thank you.